Okay, in asking for the solution of the proportion, they want to know what value of d will make these two fractions equivalent fractions. And we've learned a fact about proportions that the diagonals, when multiplied, will be equal. So we can say 10 times d equals 9 times 50. Sorry, I'm not using my regular stylus, so this is a little bit rough. Anyway, and then when we simplify that, we get 10d equals 450. Just a little trick in case you don't know it is you can disregard this 0 for just a moment and just do this math. 9 times 5 is 45, and then add that 0 back on. Okay? So then we say, okay, and now what's happening to d? It's being multiplied by 10, so we need to divide that by 10, and we need to do the same to the other side in order to keep it equal. And we get d is equal to 45. Okay? You're not required to do proofs on these, but know that you could always go back to this original equation here, right here, and test it out and make sure that it's right. Now, if you made a mistake in building that equation, multiplied incorrectly here, or otherwise somehow didn't do it right, it might look like it's true and it still doesn't answer the question adequately. But that's something you could do. Okay, now, excuse me. Doing the same here, we say, let's take these diagonals and multiply them, and then we get negative 20 times h equals negative 80 times 10. And that simplifies to negative 20h equals negative 800. And of course, what's happening to h is it's being multiplied by negative 20. So the inverse operation of that is divide by negative 20, and we do it to both sides. Okay, h equals, the negatives cancel out. We can also think of these, this 0 and this 0 cancels out, right? So actually, although I'm generally encouraging you not to put marks on your paper like this and just know it, I'm just going to show it to you for that sake. Those zeros cancel out. The negatives actually also cancel out. And then, just like before, we can disregard this 0 for a second and say, what is 8 divided by 2? 8 divided by 2 is 4. So when we put the 0 on that, it's 40. And then we have our answer there. Okay? And again, no proof is required for this, but then that's how you do these problems. You multiply the diagonals and set them equal to each other. Okay?